Hi everybody, it's Amanda. It has been a while, I think 5 weeks since the last time I did one of my updates, so I wanted to just take a few minutes to check in. I haven't quit the diet, I'm still doing Ideal Protein. I've just been busy. First of all, at my weigh-in today, I'm down 37 pounds in 11 weeks. I'm right on track with still losing about 3 pounds a week. Next week will be my 12 weeks, so 3 months on the diet, and my goal for my 12 weeks is another 3 pounds so that I'm at 40 pounds altogether. 40 pounds in 3 months, pretty good, so I'm excited and, happy about where I'm at with that. Like I said, I'm still going strong with the diet. There's a few things that I have not been doing that I need to be doing, and I'm going to start that today. Those things would be eating 4 cups of vegetables a day. I've gotten really bad about not eating vegetables at lunch. I've been doing the pre-made vanilla shake for lunch, and I go to Starbucks and I get 2 shots of espresso in just a big cup with ice, and then I pour the Ideal Protein vanilla shake over it, and it is so good. It tastes just like iced coffee, which I love coffee, love iced coffee, so I don't feel like I'm missing out on that at all doing that. But, I'm also not getting my 2 cups of vegetables at lunch. The other thing that I have been slacking on is drinking all my water. I don't really drink anything else besides water, but I'm not drinking all 64 ounces like I should be. And I think the reason that is because I get that huge iced drink that I just told you about, and I sip on that for about an hour to 2 hours, and so I'm not drinking water, I'm drinking that. So I really feel like that drink is a problem for me. I love it, but it's causing me not to get my 2 cups of vegetables at lunch, and it's causing me to not get all my water. So that's going to have to be a treat for me, not something that I do every day. Plus, not to mention driving all the way to Starbucks. I live about 20 minutes from a Starbucks, and I drive there every day just to get this espresso. That's how much I like it. So really that just needs to stop. But otherwise, like I said, I haven't been eating anything. I haven't been cheating as far as, sweets or carbs or anything like that. So, and I'm still losing 3 pounds a week. So I feel like, it hasn't been detrimental to my diet, but at the same time, I have to keep reminding myself that this diet, is a lifestyle change. It's not just about, sticking to it until I lose the weight and then going back to my old habits and, getting in the habit of drinking all this water and eating these vegetables every day is something that I need to be doing regardless of if I'm doing Ideal Protein. So I try to keep that in mind. Like I said, I'm going to, starting tomorrow, start drinking all my water and getting all my vegetables. So we'll see. Let's see. I kind of just wanted to talk about 2 quick things. Once I hit the 30-pound mark, other people started noticing that I was losing weight, and, the first thing they say is, how are you doing it? So without going into too much detail, I try to quickly explain to them the transformations, the Ideal Protein that I'm doing. And the 2 questions that I get the most about the diet, the first one is, can you eat out on this diet? Yes, you can eat out on this diet. If you couldn't, I probably wouldn't have lasted as long as I have because I love eating out. I don't eat out all the time. We probably eat out definitely once, maybe twice a week, depending, which I know a lot of people eat out a lot more than that, but we just eat out not too often, I guess. Anyways, sorry, I forgot where I was going with this. You can eat out on this diet. It is best to stick to restaurants like steak places. You're always going to be able to find, either, sirloin or chicken breast or sometimes pork chops that you can have. You just have to ask them to go ahead and season it, but just don't put any butter on it and don't cook it in butter. I have not been to a place that has not been accommodating of that. So, and then the other good thing about eating at, a steak restaurant or, a nicer restaurant is that they have side options that you can eat. A lot of times if you go to a place like Chili's or, Applebee's or TGI Fridays or a place like that, they don't have a lot of options for healthy sides. Broccoli and a side salad might be the only two options that they have, but at steak restaurants they sometimes will have asparagus, green beans, even sauteed mushrooms, but you have to be careful with those. And I just ask that they, just steamed vegetables, and sometimes I will get like a lemon wedge and I'll just squeeze it over the vegetables just for a little flavor, salt and pepper, and it's good. What I also do with my side salads, you have to be careful with them because there's not really any dressing that you can have at restaurants other than just oil and vinegar. So what I will do is I actually bring my own olive oil just in case they don't have a kind that I like, but just drizzle a little bit of olive oil and squeeze lemon juice. And it's now my new favorite way to eat salad is just with olive oil and lemon juice. And you can put a little vinegar on it if you want to, but I prefer it without. Don't eat the croutons, and if a little cheese ends up on my salad, I don't get too upset about it, but, don't go overboard with that. And a lot of times, they'll put hard-boiled egg and cucumbers and stuff like that. So that always works. So eating out, definitely, you just have to be specific with them about what you want and, don't be afraid to say exactly what you want, and usually it's not a problem. Another little kind of trick that I have learned from eating out is if, you can pretty much make it work wherever you go. A lot of places, even if you go to like an Italian restaurant, they will sub vegetables instead of a side of pasta. But one thing I like to do, especially if I'm eating out for lunch and I don't want to order a steak or a chicken breast because sometimes it's, $10, $15 for that, is I'll just order like a grilled chicken sandwich with no bun and a side of broccoli instead of French fries. So I'm not spending any extra money, but I'm still sticking to the diet. So, that's something I would recommend doing. The second question that I get is the cost of the diet. This is not a cheap diet. It's definitely the most expensive diet I've ever been on. But seeing consistent weight loss every week, for me, it's worth it. At my clinic, they do a startup cost of, I think it's $150 plus blood work. I actually didn't have to have the blood work because I had already had some done less than a year ago. So I actually was lucky there and didn't have to pay for that. But it ended up costing about $350 up front because $150 of it was a startup fee. And that just includes your weekly weigh-ins with your health coach. And they do little like rewards programs where if you fill out your food journal every week, you get a punch card, and then I got a goodie bag and it had like a tumbler in it and, I don't know, some other stuff in it. But so that's all included in the $150 startup fee. And at my clinic, that's a one-time fee. I think that's pretty common. But the cost of the food is going to be, the food packets are roughly $4.50 to $5 per packet. And you are going to buy enough of those for 3 a day. So you're going to buy 21 packets for the whole week. So, and there are some foods that cost a little bit more. I don't know why. Like the pre-made vanilla drinks that I drink, they are $30 for 6 of them. So I'm actually paying a little bit more and getting less. But I love them, so I do it. So yeah, you can count on this being between $90 and $100 a week for food. And then you're going to pay roughly $100 a month for your supplements. And some clinics actually allow you to go and get those supplements, at the drugstore or somewhere else. if you can find them cheaper. I think I do my potassium supplement. I just buy it in my biotin. I just buy it from Walgreens. It's cheaper and it's the same thing, but they do recommend using their CalMag and I can't remember what the other one's called, but so you know, like I said before, the cost is high. But actually one of my friends who she was doing it, I'm not sure if she's still doing it, she kind of looked at it like, you know, if you do Weight Watchers, it's like $40 a month, and it's going to take you a lot longer to lose the weight. Whereas this diet is more expensive, but, you know, it's medically supervised and the weight's going to come off faster. So, you know, that made sense to me, and I think that's a good way of looking at it. So I think that's about it. Hopefully, you know, next week I'll be down 40 pounds, and I just, other people are starting to notice. I'm starting to feel better. It's, you know, been a lot of fun going shopping for new stuff. It's been a lot of fun fitting into stuff that I haven't been able to fit into in a while. You know, compliments are always good motivation. So, so far I think I'm doing pretty well. You know, Thanksgiving is in 2 days and Christmas is in a month. So that could potentially be a, you know, a problem or slow down my weight loss, but I don't think it's going to. You know, I plan ahead and I bring my food with me, and I don't know. I think one of the hardest things is when people ask, you know, like, oh, why aren't you having any, you know, dessert, or why aren't you doing mashed potatoes or whatever? You know, because it's just annoying having to explain to everybody, but, you know, people don't really pay that much attention to what I'm eating, I found out, so that hasn't been too much of an issue for me. And my immediate family knows that I'm doing this, so they're accommodating and encouraging. So I think that's it for now. I will maybe do another one of these next week if I get to my 40 pounds, but if not, I'll definitely do another one within the month before Christmas. So yeah, I think that's it. Bye!